Welcome to Silver Bar Stacker, folks. I hope everybody's doing well and enjoying their morning. Well, folks, we've got an exciting one for you today, folks, because it's actually going to be a true mystery unboxing. I had quite a bit of mail that came through over the weekend, and this is one of the items which I haven't actually had a chance to go through and figure out exactly what's in this before I unbox it. So it's actually going to be kind of a surprise for me as well. So it's going to be one of those unboxings where I really actually don't exactly know what's going to be. I know, obviously all the stuff that's coming through. So once I open it, then I will be able to familiarize myself with it in the moment and be able to maybe hopefully speak a little bit about it while we're live here. But this is actually a package that's coming from somebody who I purchased from before. So I'm excited about that because it's a familiar face. You know what I mean? It's not someone that I particularly purchased from all the time because it's not really actually a seller. It's more someone who is sort of selling off, I think, parts of their collection piece by piece. And so usually when I do, on the very few occasions, I think it's only been one occasion where I've purchased from this individual, it's been very, very amazing stuff. So I'm excited to go ahead and see what the heck is in here, because I didn't actually put two and two together that I was actually purchasing something from the seller, but now I'm excited to see what it is that I picked up, because I know most of the things that I picked up recently I'm quite fond of, because that's why I picked them up. So I'm excited to see what it is that's in here. So let's go ahead, and I've sort of pre-opened some of these little grooves here so that we're not going to be sitting here struggling through that. So let's go ahead and see what's in here. And over here, my friend at Bullion and Loan has provided me with some awesome half-ounce Engelhard bars. Now, the half-ounce Engelhard bars, when he told me that he had them available, I had to pounce on them because first, the price was reasonable, and secondly, they're very, very difficult to find the half-ounce variation gold bars. So I was super excited to be able to pick those up. I feel I should actually probably grab some gloves before I handle them. They are a little bit handled already, but just so you can see them up close and personal. It's a half ounce of fine gold, 4/9 fine, Engelhard, and that's a serialized bar, and I got a couple of them as well. So you got the repeating Engelhard in the elongated octagon logo there, slanted downwards, and it's a beautiful bar. So the 1 ounce gold bars, those are pretty easy to find. I mean, even the half ounce bars typically come in the asset cards. These ones are just raw, but you'll see the 1 ounce variation bars and the 1 gram variation bars and even the 5 gram variation bars. You'll see those more, but I've even seen quite a few 1/4 ounce gold bars in the recent times, but half ounce bars, gold bars by Engelhard, are really not too easy to come by. So I was really, really excited to be able to grab some of these. I wasn't necessarily in the market. In fact, I've been kind of purging some of my gold reserves over the recent past, but this was an opportunity I really did not want to pass up. So I was excited to be able to show those to you as well. But that's not actually what we're here to show you. We're here to unbox this mystery unboxing. So let's go ahead and see what's in here. We got a package within a package, and I'm not going to look at the packing slip, so we won't know what it is. Let's just go ahead and get right into it. Package within a package. Within a package. Alright, let's go ahead and see what we got here. Oh, I see what these are, and these are something that I was actually very, very excited to pick up, because actually our friend Silverstruck is the one who inspired me to pick these up. I thought, hey, I think I'd like to add these to my store, and the reason is because I think I had a RefineMet bar, and I gave that up to Silverstruck, and I think I've seen these very bars on Silverstruck's channel. Now, he is a collector indeed of this RefineMet stuff, and typically I see more of the fractional bars by RefineMet, but I also see a couple of 1 ounce variations on the RefineMet bars, and these ones, I'm not sure if they're easier to come by or harder to come by, but what I do like about them is that they are a landscape variation serialized bar, and I really love serialized bars. So that is something that was really eye-catching for me for this bar, but there are many serialized bars out there, and I really love the reverse of these bars. That is something I found extremely unique. Now, these bars have sort of like a crossed etching, so it's like kind of like a bar that I've never seen before. I've never seen such a design on the reverse of a bar. So I find this to be very cool, and I was very, very excited to pick up a nice lot of these bars because they were being sold as a lot. So I thought, let me grab it. That way I have multiple duplicates, and here at SBS I love stacking duplicates, so I was very happy to be able to have the duplicates, so that way I can have it as sadly I wouldn't say a regular offering, because these are not probably the easiest to come by bars, but at least the semi regular frequency I can have them available at whatever the market price is available. So let's take a look here. We got super, I mean, I don't know if they would call them super low serial numbers because they've only got 4 digits here, and the first digit is a 0, so it is a 3-digit serial in that sense, and that is a 0586. That would typically be a low serial number, and I mean, I guess if, let's say they were 9,999 bars, then yeah, it would be a relatively low serial number, but you know, in the grand scheme of things, I don't really know how many bars are out there. Now let's see what we can find as the highest serial number bar here. Here we got a 586, here we got a 588, and that means that if we have a 587, we're going to have some sequential serials, which is a very, very exciting thing. Now, one thing I want to show you, which is really like, I cannot stop looking at it because it's crazy to me, is that this 1 troy ounce 999 plus fine silver, that is like written in like the exact same font as Engelhard bars. That just is like mind-blowing to me. So I'm like, I don't know. I just feel like I need to find an Engelhard bar now or something to verify this. Now, here's a Silvertown bar, and it kind of looks like that there too, but not exactly. Different font. Let's get to the bottom of this. Yes, it's really, really much very similar. Like, look at this. An Engelhard bar. And right here, the font is like freaking identical, man. Like, I feel like it's the same font almost, perhaps. This is like maybe bolded, and this is regular. I don't know, man, but it looks very, very similar. And it's written out the same way, 1 troy ounce 999 plus fine silver. So that's very interesting. I wonder if Engelhard made these bars. Engelhard was all into adding textures at the back of the bars. Maybe they textured these up for RMI, RIC. I'm not sure what the RMI. RefineMet Incorporated, maybe. So, anyways, that's just something that I wanted to derail us on because that font looks very similar. So I always wonder whenever I see a similar font on another refiner's bar. I always wonder, did Engelhard have some hand in that bar? A lot of times the answer is probably no, but in this case, I'm just curious. It's just a question I'm posing. Something interesting to note is that there are some Silvertown bars, like the ones that I just showed you is not the bar that APMEX would refer to, but APMEX refers to this other 1 ounce Silvertown pressed bar as a Engelhard produced bar. That's what they say right there on their listing, and they don't have it available usually, but when they do, that's what they say. And so it doesn't say that anywhere on allengelhard.com, so I'm a little bit confused as to if that is a bar produced by Engelhard or not. But you know, every once in a while you'll see other people selling it, marketing it the same way. That it might be an Engelhard, might not be. But APMEX is kind of like the one place that will definitively state that yep, this is an Engelhard produced bar for Silvertown. So regardless, what my point was is that bar in particular has a 1 troy ounce 999 fine silver stamp. Very similar to this, however, it spells out the word 1, not as a digit, but O-N-E, right? Kind of like that Silvertown bar that I just showed you. Well, actually, on this Silvertown bar, it's actually written the same way as a typical Engelhard bar or as this RMI bar. So this one round, maybe this bar was produced by Engelhard. I don't know, because this is written out the same way, kind of, minus the plus. It's written out kind of the same way as an Engelhard bar. But then you've got another. Let me show you. Let me just show you. I didn't mean to go down this deep rabbit hole. Okay, so here's the bar. This is the bar I'm talking about. That APMEX says that this bar is produced by Engelhard, and I can see why they would say that. I mean, or hypothesize that. I don't know if they have definitive proof that that's the case, but they certainly say that. And if you look here, it's very similar. Like, it's not like this Silvertown bar, but this particular bar is the one they say is an Engelhard produced bar. And I don't know, maybe they're saying that because it looks very similar. That 1 troy ounce 999 fine silver stamp, it looks similar. So I don't know. They do say that this is produced by Engelhard. I'm not sure if it is or not. But that's a tangent we're not going to go down right now, because we're talking about this mystery unboxing of these RMI bars. And, we'll set aside the Engelhard bars as well, because that's not what we're talking about either right now. Let us not digress. Let us try to figure out if we have any sequential serials. Now, where we left off, we had almost sequential serials, but we had not any sequential serials yet. Now, I have not found any sequential serials, and I actually already can't figure out where the other bar is that I was just had that were closed serials. But one thing I did find that was incredibly cool, and this is probably the coolest find of the unboxing so far, would be this. I got a serial number 555. So I'm quite happy about that. 555 serial number. So you got a 555, you got a 586, you got a 596, you got a 552, you got a 588. Wait a second. Oh yeah, 588 and a 586. That's pretty close. You got a 574. You've got a 597 and a 596. Boom. Sequential serials. Our first set of sequential serials right there. And here you got a 595. Boom. Set of 3 sequential serials right here. 583. Okay. 563. 570. Oh, no sequentials. 565. No. 557. Still no. 564. Bam! Another sequential set of 3. So we've got a sequential set of 3 here. We got a sequential set of 3 here, and then we've got 3, 6, 7, 8 loose bars. 8 loose bars. Pretty cool. And all of our serial numbers are ranging basically between 552 to 597. So this is probably because these are all purchased from the same seller. This is a nice lot of bars that are all within a range of 100 serial numbers. So that's very cool. And it's very cool, and it's very not cool in the sense that it gives me very little information about the potential mintages on this. Right now, all I can say is that, yeah, I know that there's at least probably 100 of these out there, but my inkling tells me that, hey, it's probably at least 600 of these out there, and hey, maybe there's as many as like 9,999 of these out there. Now, I would be, until I see a bar that is in a serial number range higher than 10,000, I would not likely believe that there are more than 10,000 of these that exist. But I know Silverstruck has done a video on these bars, I believe, so I'm gonna have to look back and take a look at his serial numbers and compare that, and maybe we can gain some more knowledge about these bars, and then we'll have to do some more research and try to figure out if we can get to the bottom of some mintage figures and get kind of honed down on those facts. Now, this is kind of how all Engelhard in particular will also sort of arrive at their estimates. They go through many examples and come to conclusion based off of their assessment of the market. And so you should always use that just as kind of like a starting point, and then you use your own assessment of the market to kind of come up with your final conclusion, because a lot of times you got to take that stuff with a grain of salt, because a lot of times it's not always updated. It's not like somebody's there updating everything every day, and there's new findings every day. There's new stuff popping up all the time, and so you got to use that as kind of like a starting point and a guide, and then from there you can kind of move on and use your own assessment of the market to kind of make your final conclusion on things. And so that's a point that I've made here before on the show, but another point I want to reiterate. And I hope you enjoyed this unboxing, and we'll catch you on the next episode. Cheers. Oh, and if you haven't had a chance to yet, be sure to check out our social media landing page at solo.to/silverbarstacker. There you can find our direct website link, which is silverbarstacker.com, as well as our links to our other social media channels, such as this very YouTube channel, our Facebook page, our Instagram page, our TikTok page, our Twitter page, and we also have the link to our Whatnot page, which is where we actually run our live auctions and actually also have all of these same SBS drops that we hold. We run those same drops on our Whatnot store, and we also have live auctions happening literally all the time. So the way that you can be notified about those auctions is to be following us there on whatnot.com/user/silverbarstacker. And we hope to see you there, folks. Thank you, and have a great day.